Maya Angelou is a woman who was born to ignite and inspire change. She has come to be one of the most highly respected and influential voices of our time. She is hailed and appreciated for her beautiful talents and has made great political and social influence throughout her life. As a young girl, her love for the arts led her abroad. She toured with a play production, studied modern dance, and became a part of a writers' guild. In 1960, she moved to Cairo, Egypt, and worked as an editor for the Arab Observer. The following year, she moved to Ghana and taught music and drama. While she was abroad, Maya mastered French, Spanish, Italian, Arabic, and the West African language of Fanti. In 1964, she met Malcolm X and returned to America with him to help build his organization of African American Unity. After Malcolm X was assassinated, the plans for his organization passed with him as well, but Maya continued following her passion for civil rights and remained politically active. Shortly after, she began working closely with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Together they worked on leadership and the means for equality. His assassination devastated her, and she coped by writing a book that was composed of her life story from her birth until the birth of her son. The book is titled I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. This book made her an international literary star, and she became a national figure and leader. Appointed by President Ford to partake in the American Revolution Commission, and invited by President Carter to serve on the Presidential Commission for the International Year of the Woman, Maya Angelou has mobilized progression towards justice and equality.
Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. No more backward thinking, time for thinking ahead. The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. There is so much hatred, war and poverty. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Wake up all the teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen to what you have to say. 'Cause they're the ones who's coming up and the world is in their hands. When you teach the children, teach them the very best you can.
Throughout her life, Dr. Angelou has continued her altruistic deeds to uplift humanity and set an example that moves people to accept nothing short of equality. She's won over 110 awards and honor degrees, and at the end of 2011, President Obama awarded her with our nation's highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. She's been nominated for the Pulitzer Prize and earned an NAACP award in 2008. She has also won Grammy Awards for audio versions of her poetry. In addition to such, she has written and produced several prize-winning documentaries. During the Civil Rights era, she was requested by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to become the Northern Coordinator for the Southern Christian Leadership. Amongst much political activity and mobility, her biggest portal of influence was through her inspirational poems. She shared her voice and her gifts through poetry and inspired and encouraged many through her writing. In particular, she greatly influenced and encouraged women throughout the Civil Rights Movement. She shared a strong voice that encouraged all minorities to embrace their internal power. She conveyed optimistic expectations and shared her deep desire for equality among the human race. She has fought against sexism, racism, and segregation relentlessly. Growing up in the South, Maya had no choice but to hold tight onto her hopes in order to survive all the racial hatred that permeated the area in which she lived. She believed in the human spirit and through her teachings shared with us that material things misdirect our focus. She encouraged others to feed their spirit and through doing so would establish identity. She admits that she was driven by her fears and was faced with many defeats. And as she quoted, "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated." With her strength and talent in writing, she's left behind an example of the nourishment that can be gained by connecting with your community. Some of her inspirations were Shakespeare, Edgar Allan Poe, Emily Dickinson, Richard Kipling, and the Bronte sisters. She stated that Shakespeare spoke to her sense of alienation growing up and the feeling of isolation. She found solace in these writers and was encouraged by them to flourish into the influential writer that she is today.
Just believe in it.
Once you find your shoulders dropping and your speech gets slow and hazy, you'd better change your way of being before you found your brain got lazy. You can build a better future when you join the winning team. If you desire a bright tomorrow, you must build a brighter dream. Dare to let your dreams reach beyond you. Know that history holds more than it seems. We are here alive today because our ancestors dared to dream. From Africa they lay in the bilge of slave ships and stood half naked on auction blocks. From Eastern Europe they crowded in vessels overloaded with immigrants and were misnamed on Ellis Island. From South America and Mexico, from Asia, they labored in sweatshops. From all over the world, they came to America, many shivering in rags, and still they dared to dream. Let us dream for today and for tomorrow. Let us dare to dream.